Hi there, my name is Gillian Perkins and welcome back to another video. On this channel, I chat all about intentional living, entrepreneurship, and success, and I spend a lot of that time talking about how to reach big goals. Now, I know that a lot of people set New Year's resolutions, but it's pretty common for people to fail at them or abandon them just a few weeks into the year. And sometimes that's because people lose their resolve or they decide that it's just too hard, but I think that a lot of the time the reason we quit on our goals is because we feel overwhelmed and life gets in the way. So maybe you stop going to the gym because going to the gym is just so hard and uncomfortable, but more likely you stop going to the gym because you're too busy with work or taking care of your kids. All the other things in life just get in the way and it's inconvenient to go to the gym. Whether you wanted to write a book this year, visit a foreign country, or start your own business, I think that getting your life more organized can really help to cut through that overwhelm and help you to stick with your plans and not let life get in the way. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 really practical ways to get your life more organized in 2018 so that you have the time and energy to focus on your goals. For several of these different tips, I have created videos all about the topic, so I'll be sure to link those related videos both up in the corner there and down in the description below. Okay, so let's jump into 5 ways to get your life more organized in 2018. My first tip is start using a weekly planner. Using any sort of planner, whether it's a monthly planner, weekly planner, daily planner, or an app on your phone, can really help you to get more organized because whenever you think of something that you need to do, you can just write it down immediately on a specific day in the future. So your mind can be more clear and peaceful and you can focus more on what you're doing right now, but you're also not going to forget it because you've already scheduled it for a day in the future. So you'll be more productive, you'll get more done, and you'll feel more organized in the process. What's more, using a planner was the #1 thing that helped me to stop procrastinating because it allowed me to procrastinate in a really practical way, scheduling things in the future rather than saying, oh, I'll get to that tomorrow or someday I'll do that, but actually planning a specific time in the future so that when I arrive on that day, I can look at the list of to-do items I've accumulated and just say, well, this is what I'm doing today. And because I already planned on doing them that day, it's a lot easier for me to take action. And just one final thought on that, the reason that I recommend a weekly planner is because I find it's the perfect amount of zoomed out and zoomed in on the picture of my life. So a monthly planner is great, but it's a little bit too zoomed out, so I can't write a complete to-do list on any of the days because the boxes are so small. But on the other hand, a daily planner is a little bit zoomed in to where I'm too focused on every single day when there's a whole day just on one page, and so I don't use it as effectively for planning in the future. But a weekly planner seems to me like the perfect middle ground. In one glance, I can see what's going on in a whole week of my life. I can easily flip to plan something a week or 2 in the future, and there's enough space on each of the days on the page for me to write a complete to-do list without giving me too many lines, so it helps keep me a little bit more limited so I don't overextend myself. Okay, tip #2 for how to get your life more organized in 2018 is to develop a weekly chore routine. So whether you are the mom of the house or the dad of the house, or you live on your own, or you live with your parents, there are certain things that you need to do every week to keep your living environment clean and clear and a pleasant space to be working and living in. Maybe those things involve mopping the floor, sweeping the floor, cleaning the bathroom, washing your dishes, doing the laundry. We all have those practical things that we have to do just to keep our life running smoothly on a really basic level. And while those simple things certainly might not seem like your highest priority every week, I have found that creating a routine to make sure they get done really helps keep everything else running a lot more smoothly. A couple years ago, I decided to make it my highest priority to get the mopping done every Thursday and get the laundry done every Monday. And it really helped me to be able to be a lot more productive in a lot of other areas of my life, like my career and my business. Tip #3 is to declutter your space one category at a time. The more stuff you have in your home and in your life, the more mental and physical energy it takes to manage and maintain that stuff. When your house is full of clutter, or even nice stuff that you don't perceive as clutter, but stuff that you're not using on a basic everyday level, that stuff that is stored away in all your cupboards or under your couch or on your TV stand, I call this clutter creep, and it takes up so much energy just to manage. You take stuff out without even thinking about it, your kids take stuff out, your spouse takes stuff out, your friends take your stuff out, and it all is coming out, and it takes so much energy just to keep constantly trying to push it away and push it back into the corners where it belongs. In reality, you can get by with a fraction of all of this stuff, and it's really not necessary. You'll be amazed at how much time you save and how much lighter and freer you feel mentally when you have less stuff in your life. So set aside several hours or days over the next month or two to declutter your space and get rid of a lot of that unnecessary stuff that you just don't need. Of course, make sure that you focus on keeping the good things that you actually use and just let the other things go, rather than trying to figure out how you can force yourself to part with things. Tip number 4 is to journal regularly to clear your mind. Now you might think that journaling or keeping a diary is just a fun hobby, and maybe you think it's only for teenage girls, but it can really be an amazing way to get your thoughts out of your mind on paper, where you can look at them much more objectively and you can stop running through them over and over and over again in your mind. Set aside just 5 or 10 or 20 minutes every morning to sit down with your journal and a nice pen and really spill every thought that you have out on the paper so that you can progress on to new, better thoughts throughout the day. If you've ever been struggling with an idea or trying to figure something out and then you talk to someone about it and things became much more clear, that's exactly the same thing that happens when you write your thoughts down on paper. And my final tip for how to get your life more organized in 2018 is to set aside just a few minutes every evening to plan the next day. You can make this as simple or as elaborate as you want, but by being intentional about planning for the next day, you can make sure that you're actually taking the time to work on your goals and priorities and to get those things that are most important to you actually done. You can also schedule out your day so that you can make sure you're being realistic about how much time you actually have to accomplish the things that you want to, and you can tackle your projects in a much more organized manner every morning when you wake up. I just made an entire video all about how I plan each day the night before, and there's a link to it up in the corner. Okay, so those are my 5 tips for how to get your life more organized in 2018, but just remember, it's always best to just pick one idea and work on turning that into a habit rather than trying to implement a whole bunch of good ideas all at once. I hope you use these tips to get more organized and to clear your mind and to help you achieve your big goals for 2018. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know and to help more people find it, and make sure that you leave me a comment below and share which of these tips was your favorite and which one you're planning on using first. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that now. I make 2 videos every single week all about intentional living, entrepreneurship, and success, and I would love to have you join me for the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.